What's up everyone, this is Cyberknight 8610, and today I want to talk about the brand new Amazonas and Legendary Fisherman cards that have been revealed. Of course, these were revealed, what, 2-3 days ago? Something like that, but I didn't really have the time that day to go through all the cards that were revealed because there were a ton of them, you know, new Red Eye support, Time Lords, all kinds of things. So I thought I'd kind of spread out my videos on talking about this news, and today I thought I'd talk about those because they're pretty much the only ones I really haven't talked about yet that were revealed. So let's go ahead and go through them. First off, we have Amazonas Princess. It is a Earth level 3 warrior monster, 1,200 attack and 900 defense, and then its effect is that you can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. The first effect is this card's name becomes Amazonas Queen while on the field or in the graveyard. The second effect is if this card is no more special summon, you can add one Amazonas spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And the third effect is that when this card declares an attack, you can send one other card you control or have in your hand to the graveyard, special summon one Amazonas monster from your deck in defense position, except Amazonas Princess. So yeah, basically this is another Amazonas Queen for you, is the best way to put it, because, you know, its name changes to Amazonas Queen when it's in the field or graveyard, so obviously it's another way to go for the fusion and everything, and works great with the deck for that reason. That way you have another option, you know, you have another way to get out your boss monster, basically. So it's a pretty interesting effect, so it also counts as one of the Amazonas Queens. And then also the second effect, which I really like, of course that's the one you can only use once per turn, is where you're able to add an Amazonas spell or trap card from your deck and add it to your hand. So obviously that's really great, and it's a great searcher for that and help you get whatever spell and trap card you may want to get. And then of course the last effect, where basically you're able to get rid of one of the cards you control or in your hand, send it to the graveyard, and then search for an Amazonas and special summon defense mode to your side of the field. So another way to actually get out Amazonas Queen if you want to, or some of the other Amazonas too. So yeah, all around seems like a great new addition for them, and like I said, it's just basically another Amazonas Queen. So yeah, and which is kind of a recurring theme you're going to see throughout all of these new cards, because next one we have is Amazonas Baby Pet Tiger, which that's pretty cool looking. Anyway, let's see, level 2 Earth, a beast monster, 500 attack, 500 defense. Alright, so this card's effect is, you can only use this card's name's second effect once per turn. The first part of the effect is this card's name becomes Amazonas Tiger while on the field or in the graveyard. The second effect, that's the only one you can use once per turn, and that is if an Amazonas monster is normal or special summoned to your field, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, special summon this card. And then the third effect is this card gains 100 attack for each Amazonas card in your graveyard. So yeah, like I said, this card is really similar to Amazonas Princess because it's basically the same lineup of effects. First off, it counts as Amazonas Tiger. Second effect, making it easy to bring out because if you normal or special summon an Amazonas monster, you're able to special summon this card from your hand or graveyard to your side of the field, and it just becomes stronger for each Amazonas card in your graveyard. So you're actually able to build it up. I don't know how great that last effect's going to be, because if it had more than 500 attack, I would think of it a little bit differently. Like, I wish this was a little bit stronger, like even an actual redone Amazonas Tiger instead of being the baby version. That way it could be like a level 4 and I don't know, maybe even have the original attack points that Amazonas Tiger had, or something closer to that, because then that power-up could be a lot better, you know, or if it just gained a little bit more power from it. Only getting 100 attack for each one, I mean, you can build it up pretty good, but it's going to take a lot of cards to really make it too much of a threat. All in all, though, I mean, it is another Amazonas Tiger for you, so not too bad on that, and it's an easy monster to bring out. So, you know, either way, it's a pretty good card. Then after that, we have a new quick play spell card, and that is Amazonas Call. Its effect is you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. The first effect is take one Amazonas card from your deck except Amazonas Call, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. The second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Amazonas monster you control. During this turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. That target can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So again, you have basically a searcher for them, or you can also add a card to your graveyard, so, you know, that can help you power up your baby pet tiger, I guess. And you can make it so one of your Amazonas monsters can just run over your opponent, I guess, too. You have one of the stronger ones, like I said, the Fusion or Amazonas Queen. Use that second effect on her, and then you're just able to attack all your opponent's monsters. They have the whole field swarm of monsters that are a little bit weaker. There you go. I mean, that could honestly do a lot of damage then with that sort of effect. So, not bad. Mainly like the first part of it, so you can search for it or just add to the graveyard. So, yeah, I mean, it's another pretty good addition for Amazonas. Afterwards, we have Amazonas Ambush. This is a continuous trap card that was revealed, and its effect is once per turn during either player's battle phase, you can special summon one Amazonas monster from your hand, but it gains 500 attack till the end of this turn. The second effect is, after damage calculation, when an Amazonas monster you control battled an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. And the third part of the effect is, if this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazonas monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So, I mean, this does a lot of different things for you. First off, it's a power-up card for your Amazonas. It also makes it so your Amazonas monsters, you know, can actually help banish your opponent's monsters. If they battle each other, you can banish that opponent's monsters. So that can definitely come in handy for you because Amazonas, I mean, they're better in numbers, but they're not so strong, you know, separate or anything like that, you know, so their attacks are usually a little bit weaker. So having that banisher effect can really come in handy for them, get rid of any kind of problem that your opponent may have on their side of the field. So that's pretty good on that. And then, of course, you have basically a sort of revival card at the end too, because when it's destroyed, you're able to revive one of your Amazonas monsters in your graveyard, special summon it. And then, actually, you know what, I'm going to move on to the other Amazonas card we have to talk about, since we're talking about all the Amazonas real quick. But yeah, this was revealed for the Collector's Pack, and not the Duelist Pack like the other cards, so maybe we'll see more Amazonas cards in the future. Who knows? Anyway, this one is Amazonas Spy. It is a level 3 Earth Warrior effect monster, 800 attack, 1200 defense. Alright, so its effect is, you can only use this card's name's first effect once per turn. The first effect is you could reveal one other Amazonas monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. So, you know, easy special summon from that. And then the second effect is when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazonas monster in your graveyard except Amazonas Spy, either add it to your hand or shuffle it into the deck. So yeah, this card is pretty well straightforward. I mean, really from it, you're able to easily special summon it to your side of the field, and then the second effect, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you're able to get one of your Amazonas monsters in your graveyard, except for itself, obviously, and add it to your hand or shuffle it back into the deck. So it's a recycling card, and an easy to bring out one. And of course, now moving on to Mako Tsunami's cards, which are, you know, different, like, Legendary Fisherman cards, and the first one we have is Stronghold Well, which is a level 7 water fish type effect monster with 2,350 attack, and 2,150 defense. So we're actually going to that sort of attack and defense again. That's kind of neat. Alright, so its effect is you can only use this card's first effect once per turn. The first effect is if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you contribute 2 water monsters, special summon this card. The second effect is if this card is special summoned, you can set one Sea Stealth attack directly from your deck to the field. And then the third effect is once per turn during either player's turn, when an opponent's card or effect that targets exactly one water monster you control and no others is activated, you can negate the activation if you do destroy it. Basically, this is just an easy to bring out water monster. It helps you then search for Sea Stealth attack, which I believe, where is that card? There it is. Okay, we're going to talk about it here in a second. I'm about to say, I believe that's one of the new cards. So yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. So it's able to help you search for that. And then, of course, the last effect being able to negate some effects, but it has to target one of your water monsters. Not really bad. I mean, it's cool because it's an easy one to bring out, distributing 2 water monsters when it's in your hand or graveyard. So that can be pretty useful. And other than that, I mean, again, it's kind of like the theme of the rest of these cards we're talking about. It's pretty straightforward. So it's an interesting card for them. And then a card I've been expecting for quite a while, and that is Legendary Fisherman 2. So yes, we actually got a second one. So we've already had the first one, the original one, and then of course they made Legendary Fisherman 3 later on. So I was wondering if we get a second one. So looks like they did that. It is a level 5 water warrior monster with 2,200 attack, 1,800 defense. And of course this monster's effect is this card's name becomes Legendary Fisherman while on the field or in the graveyard. While Umi is on the field, this card is unaffected by other monster effects. If this face-up card leaves the field by an opponent's card effect or destroyed by battle, you can add one level 7 water monster from your deck to your hands. This card is pretty much the standard Legendary Fisherman that you would expect to see, because first off, it counts as a Legendary Fisherman with its first effect. Also, when you have Umi on the field, it's unaffected by monster effects, which, of course, if you have the Legendary Ocean, it'll make it so it goes down a level, so making it a level 4 monster you can normal summon, and then that counts as Umi as well, so you still gain that effect, so that's really good. And then, of course, last effect, just basically being a searcher whenever it's destroyed by battle or destroyed by an opponent's card effect, making it so you can go for a level 7 water monster from your deck, add it to your hand. And, oh, looky there. There's our level 7 water monster, so obviously it's meant to search for Stronghold Well. So, I mean, it's a pretty well-rounded card, honestly. It's going to work well with the other Legendary Fisherman and works great with Umi and Legendary Ocean. So, it's pretty much everything you would expect, like I said, honestly, from that. And then, of course, we have a spell card, which is Rage of Karyun Shin. I believe I'm saying that right. I don't remember exactly how you pronounce that card. I remember seeing that, though, in so many artworks and even the original card. Anyway, it is a quick play spell card, and its effect is you can activate one card with this name per turn. So you can only activate, you know, this card once per turn, basically. The translation is still kind of weird on some of these. I know the Wikipedia has kind of been updated on that, but yeah, still going with these. Anyway, let's go ahead and read off this monster effect. If Umi is on the field, target a number of monsters that your opponent controls up to a number of water monsters you control whose original level is 5 or higher. Destroy as many of them as possible, and if you do, those monster zones cannot be used till the end of this turn. It's actually a really interesting effect. I mean, you have Umi in your side field, you have a lot of level 5 or higher monsters. You're basically just tidal waving your opponent's monsters, getting rid of them, and making it so they can't use those monster zones. So that's a really interesting idea. If you have a few of Legendary Fisherman and those kind of cards out there, you just, you know, even possibly wipe out all your opponent's monster zones. Use this there in their turn and everything. Wipe them all out, make it so they can't use them. I mean, that's actually pretty interesting. Seems a little situational, but I can see that actually working out very well for them. So like I said, just wipe out the field, make it so they can't use their zones. So that's pretty cool. And then the last one we have, of course, this is the one that Stronghold Whale could search for, and it's a new trap card for them too, and that is Sea Stealth Attack, which is a continuous trap card, and its effects are, when this card is activated, you can activate one Umi from your hand or graveyard. If Umi is face up, this card gains these effects. Once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control into the end phase during this turn. Face-up spell trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And then, of course, the other effect is at the start of the damage step, if a water monster you control whose original level is 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, destroy that opponent's monster. So, of course, with Umi and everything set up, you gain some really good effects from this, making it so that your spell and trap card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so that can help you protect your field spells and everything too, like Umi. And then also making it so that your stronger monsters, like Legendary Fisherman, that are level 5 or higher, that instantly destroy your opponent's monsters. So even though they might be a little bit weaker, they still have it where they can instantly destroy monsters. So that can obviously be very helpful for you. And yeah, I mean, that is everything revealed. Hopefully this isn't too long a video because there's a ton of cards to talk about, but I want to talk about the Legendary Fisherman cards because first off, I think they're really cool, and it's kind of cool to see something that Mako Tsunami, you know, different cards for him actually are getting printed too, so that kind of proves that we can see any kind of archetypes get new support. So I found that to be really interesting, glad to see something new for them, and it makes me want to build something around them too, so maybe we'll have to do that. Also too, with the Amazon's cards, same with them. I'm surprised to see something new for them, and it looks like a lot of fun to try them out too. So let me know what you guys think about all these new cards. Do you like them? Do you not like them so much? And which ones are you more excited about? The new Amazon's cards or the Legendary Fisherman, you know, kind of Mako Tsunami support cards? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button. Helps out a ton. Of course, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh news and discussions and openings and stuff. And as soon as this Duelist pack and this Collector's pack is out in Japan, I'm going to do openings on both of them. And of course, when they're brought over to English, which I don't think we have to wait too long. They should be like in our what was it, Light's Revenge pack, basically, which is our version of the Collector's pack, comes out. We should get some of these, and I believe we'll get our own Duelist pack that should include the rest of these too. So it really shouldn't be that long of a wait for us, but yeah, again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and of course I will catch you guys later. See ya.